Hi everyone, it's Krista and welcome to my channel. If you're new here, welcome. And if you're not new, hi again. So this is my channel. I love to do DIYs on a budget, Dollar Tree DIYs, thrift flips, farmhouse and rustic, wreaths, and seasonal decor. So if you like what you see here, you know what to do. Hit that red subscribe button. Also leave me a comment. I love to hear what you guys think. And also give me a thumbs up. That helps my channel. You can also follow me over on Instagram, Pinterest, TikTok, and Facebook. And I also have an Etsy shop where I make a lot of the things that I have here are in my shop. But today is all about the 12 days of Christmas, and we're on day 11, and it's all about Christmas trees. And Brenda from Rustic and Lays is hosting with me, and we have a playlist as well, but more about that in a minute. Let's get into DIY number one. So the first DIY, I am taking some of these picks that I got from, I don't even know, it could have been Hobby Lobby, and then some strips of fabric, a rusty bell. I'm going to use this stamp. I'm also going to be using some paints and some dark wax that I love using because I love to make everything look old and rustic. And then this cutting board I cut on my laser machine, some scrapbook paper, and those trees were also cut on my laser machine. Now what I did first, of course, is trace out my trees. Now, cutting boards you can get at the Dollar Tree all the time. All you gotta do is take the paper off, or you can use the back. So that's what you could do there. And for trees, you can use any trees that you could find that are wood trees. They have wood cutouts at the Dollar Tree. You could also make a tree if you have a little saw and use thin wood. You can also use, I've done it with shims. There's so many different things you could do. So the first thing I did is I used hunter green and I painted the whole thing. Then I took one of the tea light candles from the Dollar Tree and I just rubbed that all over. I'm going for a old look, vintage and rustic look. So then I'm going over the top of it with this warm white acrylic paint by Folk Art, and I'm doing a dry brush, but kind of heavy on the dry brush. And then what I'm doing is I'm just taking my scraper, and wherever you hit the wax, it's going to pull some of that paint up. And that's what I love. And it has that really rustic look. Now on the top for my stars, I did like a little light beige color. I didn't want them gold. I wanted them to be a little bit old. So that's what I did there. And then I'm taking my Mod Podge, and now I'm going to put down some of these scrapbook pieces of paper that I cut out. Now this scrapbook paper I've had for a long time, but you could use any Christmas scrapbook paper that you have with the color that you're going for. So I'm going all over them. I'm showing you each one. And then I'm going to go, once they're dry, around the edges with my sandpaper and sand all the edges. Next, I'm going to take my dark wax and I'm going to go around the edges, and I'm using a stencil brush, and I'm just, giving it a little more of that old look. And that's what this stuff does. It's in my Etsy shop if you're interested in purchasing it. I love using this on a lot of projects. Then I'm going around the edges of my board as well and making it even more old. And you just rub it with your finger. A little goes a long way with this stuff. So if you haven't seen me use it before and you're new to my channel, this is how I do it. You just rub it with your finger, and you can always use a baby wipe to wipe the excess if you get too much, just like that, just like you saw me do. And it rubs it in a little bit more too with the baby wipe. So what I did is I went over the whole thing as well with a larger stencil brush. Now I'm going to glue down all of my trees. So the first one I'm gluing down is the larger one, and I'm just going to kind of set these the way I want them on the board. I love having these in my cabinet. I love making new ones every year with the cutting boards, and I thought the tree one was just such a great idea. I love the way this turns out. And then I put the smaller one on the one side, and I'm using hot glue, Gorilla Glue, and also wood super glue that I get at the Dollar Tree. It really holds everything really well, so I like using a combination of both of those. Next, I'm going to take this Merry Christmas stamp that I had, and I'm just going to stamp that in the corner. And then I'm going to show you how I make my little rag bows. So I just take strips of fabric that coordinate with my project, and I'm just looping it back and forth in my Bodabra. This is a small Bodabra that I have This is also in my Amazon shop. I also have a larger one when I make my bigger bows, but I like doing this. Gives it a little bit more rustic vibe. So I'm just flipping those back and forth like so. Just really easy bow to make. And I just use all kinds of fabric from Hobby Lobby. I buy it when it's in clearance. I also buy it from any store really, Hobby Lobby, a Dollar Tree, you know, all of them. Then you just bring up your tie and you tie it in a knot, and then I'm just cutting my tails to where I want them, and then I'm just going to glue that to the front on the bottom there. Then I'm going to take this rusty bell. I also get these on Amazon, and I'm going to stick that in the middle. And then I'm going to take some of these green picks, and I'm just going to put them around the bottom there where my bow is. So I tucked these two bigger pieces underneath there on the bottom, kind of make it like nestled under there. And then I did the other one on the other side. And these picks might have been from, I think they were from Walmart, if I'm not mistaken. I know the berries are from Walmart. They're only 98 cents, you guys, so go get some with the snow on them. They're cheaper than the Dollar Tree stuff. And I just stuck the berries on top of the greenery. And there it is, you guys. So now my cutting board did not have a hole in the top. So if I wanted to hang this, I stuck a little hanger on the back with some jute twine. I just looped it, and then I'm going to put a little bit of the twine now and wrap it around the base there, the top part of the neck of the cutting board. And there you go. Now you have a little hanger. So let me know what you guys think of that one. So yes, today is all about the 12 days of Christmas. We are on day 11 and it's Christmas trees. Brenda, the link to her channel will be down below for Rustic and Lace, and also a playlist with another link for everyone who is participating with us these 12 days. So go check everybody out. So now DIY number 2. This tree I got from Hobby Lobby, some more picks that I had, and another bell and a tag. I'm going to use some more of that dark wax, and I'm going to be using my burnt umber, hunter green, some plaster paint, and then some ribbons. So the first thing I did is I painted the bottom with the burnt umber. So the base of the tree, the trunk of the tree is all with the burnt umber. And then I went in with the hunter green color again to paint all over the tree part. So these kind of coordinate together, the colors that I'm using. And then I'm going to use that tea light candle again, and I'm just going to rub that wax all over this tree as well. And we're going to do the same effect that we did with the cutting board. I love doing this effect. Then I went over the top of it with that warm white again color. And I did a heavy dry brush. And then once that is dry, I'm going to go in with my scraper again, and I'm going to scrape off. And wherever, you know, get around the edges with the scraper, and then around the whole tree, you just scrape. And I just scrape in one motion. I wipe off the excess that you see there. As I scrape it up, I just wipe it on my paper towel. And then I just keep going with the scraper until I get it to my liking. So however much I want to pull up and however much I want to see the green underneath, that's how much I do it. And if you make a mistake and you scraped a little too much, just go over it with a little bit more of the top color that you're using. And then I'm taking this Christmas tree stamp that I had, and I stamped it on my little tag. And now I'm going to make this look rustic, so I'm roughing up the edges of the tag, crumbling it up in my fingers. And these go really are very durable. I get my tags at Hobby Lobby. And then I'm going around the edges with my dark wax to make the tag look old as well, just like the other one. And then I'm going to go around the edges with the dark wax as well, once again. And I'm also going to go in between the shiplap part of the tree, and I'm going to use my dark wax just to define those ship mark pieces as well. And that's why I like using this wax too, because you can use it for that reason as well. Then I go over the whole thing with a larger stencil brush just to kind of blend everything in together with that dark wax over the top. making everything look a little old and vintage. Now, if you don't like this look, totally skip it and just paint whatever color you want on your tree. Now, I'm going to show you how I use my bigger bow dabber and make my other kind of bows. So this one, I'm just using ribbon, and I'm just going to keep looping it back and forth in the bow dabber, and then you twist it, you know, so you can get it to, you know, where it's facing the right direction. And then I'm taking this other ribbon, and I'm going to keep going back and forth with that one. And you make your ribbon as big as, you know, your hoops, as big as you like for your project, you know. It just depends on how big it is, whatever you're making. And then I'm going to take a twist tie this time, and not a twist tie, I'm sorry, a zip tie, and I'm going to zip in the middle of it. You can use a twist tie, but I use zip ties. And then I just tighten it, cut the excess off, and now I'm just going to ducktail the ends of my tails there. And then this is what I'm going to be using on my tree. And then I just fluff up my bow, and I glue it down to the bottom section of my tree. And then I'm going to take that rusty bell, and I'm going to stick that in the center. And then I'm also going to take the tag, and I'm going to slip that on the bottom as well. And then we're going to take some of the picks. Now this one I think I did get at Walmart, this pick. And I really like it a lot, you guys. They have some nice picks at Walmart this year. And then I just stuck, and I just kept sticking in as much as I wanted. And you just kind of decorate it however you want. I just went on the top with larger pieces so they kind of go up the tree. And then on the bottom I did a little bit of smaller pieces and just glued them all around. And see how pretty it's coming. I know you can't see me gluing them on because it's facing the other way. But I did stick a couple on the bottom, like I said. And I just glued those down and then cut them to size. And then I also took a pine cone and I stuck that underneath as well. And that's it, you guys. So let me know what you guys think. And don't forget to go check everyone out. And make sure you check out the playlist. And I want to thank you guys for watching. And we're almost there, guys. Going to day 12 next. And as always, stay crafty. Bye.